this week's DIY. It is me, Madison. I have a beautiful fall with some lighter tones bouquet for you guys this week. And then for me, this week, I have a cold brew because, you know, floristry makes you tired sometimes. So yeah, let's get started. So my first thing I'm going to show you guys is the greenery. We have eucalyptus, specifically gummy eucalyptus. This is the type of eucalyptus that's very feathery and airy. It's not like the eucalyptus we use often where it's like that towered eucalyptus. Also called baby blue eucalyptus. It looks like little towers and leaflets. Still smells just as good. Amazing, in fact, but it is just more feathery, airy, has a little bit more movement to it. Next we have Lisianthus. For some reason I always try to call this larkspur. Come on, girl. We have this beautiful Lisianthus. These have a big petal count. These are some beautiful Lisianthus we have in this week. And they're very light, pink, and blushy. And they have that beautiful center that's almost kind of rosy. And again, that beautiful color that is going to add a pop of lightness to our fall bouquet. Then we have the beautiful, strong Amaranthus in the family of Amaranthaceae. It's very brown, bronzy, it's very textured, and has all these cool little frills on it. I love me some Amaranthus, especially in the fall season. Next we have Snapdragon Purple, the perfect linear is what I call it. It has such beautiful movement to it, and I absolutely love them. And yeah, we have this beautiful, dark, deep purple color, so you should have a few of those. Next we have some burgundy cremones. These are a beautiful burgundy color that I think are going to go really nicely with our purple snapdragons in the roses we're using today. Again, I love burgundy. I always thought about dyeing my hair burgundy, but I like dyeing my hair, so. But anyways, two of these. And then next we have the beautiful and the wondrous, the beautiful Shimmer rose. The Shimmer rose, in my opinion, is the perfect peach rose. It has beautiful texture to it. Like the petals are like this curly variety. I don't really know what that's called, but they're like kind of frilled a little bit. They have that beautiful peach color that gets a little bit lighter on the inside, but the tips are like a strong orange color. They have a huge petal count. These open up to be massive. It's absolutely beautiful. And yeah, they're just the perfect peach rose. I love them. So yeah, you should have a few Shimmer roses. Now let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is take some of my gummy eucalyptus. I'm not going to be using all of this. I'm just going to use a few pieces. I think I'm going to use this piece right here because it has a lot on it. Again, when you get your gummy, it's going to be in these like big old branches. We're not just going to use it like this. We're going to split it up because why would we waste so much of it? So I'm going to go down this center point. I'm just going to find pieces. So there's one piece right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now that we got these pieces, we're gonna play with them. So we're gonna give them fresh cuts, and then we're gonna use them to fill our bowl. We're gonna take off any of those pieces that are gonna be below the water line, because we don't want any of that in our water. And then we're gonna cut them all on an angle. Again, we cut flowers on the angle because it exposes more of the part of the plant that sucks up water. I think it's called the xylem. Don't quote me on that. We're gonna cut it diagonally so more of that is showcased. And then it's gonna suck up a little more water. Now, the plant that really likes that is roses. Roses love to be pruned on an angle, so always do that with roses. But I just do it with everything, just to make sure. And I'm taking off any leaves that might be below the water line. We don't want that. No stems in the water. Put that on a shirt. Still trying to convince my bosses to get me a shirt that says no stems on the water, in the water. For my DIY fans out there. Again, taking them down, splitting them up, Filling my bowl, make sure my bowl looks nice and fluffy and full from all angles. Beautiful. Bam! Now, is that in a bowl of eucalyptus? I don't know what it is. I absolutely love eucalyptus. Look how feathery and beautiful that is. Let's take a step back and look at her. Gorgeous. All right. So now we're going to get started with our linears. We're going to build out the frame of how we want to build our arrangement. So we're going to hold it just underneath that last flower, strip it down. Strip that down for me. And then we're gonna do all of our snapdragons. I'm gonna keep this one a little shorter because one, it didn't have a lot of flowers on it, but I don't want to waste it. Then I'm gonna keep this beautiful one a little taller. I'm gonna strip off all of those leaves. Keep it a little longer because and then adjust as I go because once I get rid of something, I can't bring it back. All right, next we're gonna go in with our amaranthus. I am going to cut this down like that. Have it peeking out to the side. Beautiful. This was one piece of amaranthus, but I split it up into multiple pieces already before I started. Like that. Beautiful. Now I have this poking on the side. Let's see if we like it. We love it. One thing you want to make sure you're doing is that you're fluffing out your greens as you design. You don't want any of your greens being like smashed or put inside the water. So just make sure we're fluffing things out as we're sticking things in there. Next I'm going to go in, I'll put this in last actually. We're going to go in with our mums. I'm going to strip off all of those leaves, really fluff them out a little bit, and then put them in places that we like. A little lower, just a little. And then have this one up a little more, leave it a little taller. Strip off all of those leaves. We don't want any of that in there. Kind of going for not a low and lush look, but a little more like wide. You know, like I kind of don't want it to look super tall, which is why I have all my snapdragons kind of going out this way instead of like sticking up. I want to accentuate the longness and the not the frailness, but the featheriness of this gummy eucalyptus we have. We got some beautiful gummy here, so I really want to play with its movement. All right. That's tragic. That's tragic. Good thing I'm smart and I have an extra. All right, so now we're gonna go on with this one instead, since that one decided to break on me. I'm going to take off all of those nasty petals that are on the Shimmer rose, and I'm going to reflex the petals. Now, one thing I've noticed about Shimmer roses is they come in quite delicate. Shimmer roses are very delicate, so I don't really like doing much to them. I don't like really spinning them out unless I've left them out for like a wedding or an event and they've opened up beautifully and loosened a bit. Their petals are super tight, so I like to let the Shimmer rose do its own thing. Maybe gently open them up a little bit so my arrangement looks gorgeous and pretty, but I don't like to do much to it. I'm going to take this one, put it a little bit more towards the front. Keep this one a little taller. Now I'm going to take the nasty petals off of this Shimmer rose and its sepals. Its sepals can sometimes be annoying. Sepals are the part of the flower head that protect the petals. I'm not even going to try to spin this out because I know it's so tight and it's not going to run out of it. I don't really like that. Now if I'm not even going to reflex it. Alright, let's see how it's looking from the side. Bless me. I'm going to cut this one a little shorter. One, I'm going to take off these petals. I don't like them. They're being annoying. And they just don't look good reflex. See, Shimmer roses are one of those roses that really like to open up on their own, I feel like, in my own experience. I don't really like forcing them to open. Pretty, pretty. And now for this last one, I'm gonna do the same. If you want full life out of your flowers, I wouldn't recommend doing this completely, but I do it for show. Alright. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, and now we have this beautiful stem of the larkspur. And now we're going to use that. Now I'm going to split this up because I don't need to knot. These are absolutely beautiful stems and they're really fluffy. I'm also going to take off some of those extra buds that are on it. Cool thing with Lisianthus that you can do, as well, or excuse me, larkspur, that you can do is you can reflex the petals as well. So I love doing that with larkspur. The petals are perfect for it. And you can really get more out of it if you reflex it. Again, you're going to take these fingers and you're just going to gently flip them inside out. I actually use these, I use like these two fingers most of the time. And I just like put my thumb underneath the petal, and then I just flip them inside out. Then I sometimes blow on it to open it up a little bit, so I can get those petals a little loose. Loosey-goosey. And then I just gently unfurl them. And then bam! Our larkspur went from looking like this to that. Amazing! Now I'm just going to tuck this in about right here. Now I'm going to do the same for these. These are a little crowded. So I'm going to take off those buds right there, and then I might just reflex this front one right here, not all of them. And I might just reflex a few of the petals, just to show like some movement and some, like show off those petals a little bit. There we go. I'm not going to reflex all of these because they're bunched up. I don't want the petals running into each other too much. But bam. Now we got some flowers that are, one, going to take up a little bit more space, and two, look fluffier and beautiful. These are some beautiful Lisianthus. Alright, and now we're going to go in and do our adjustments. So I'm going to pull some stuff out, like this one. Pull this one out. Pull that out. Flip this outward. Look at it from this side. Fix that rose in the front. Let's fix some of our greenery too. See, we have a lot of greenery in this arrangement. It's taking up a lot of space. So let's fix some of that. Pull out some of our airiness. And then I'm going to take this baby and actually make it a little shorter. Put it a little bit more towards the front. And then I'm going to place this larkspur a little more outward. There we go. Think our gummy that's jumping out, fill in that back side. All right. Then again, untuck some of our green to make sure it's pretty. Make sure none of that's getting lost. Again, we have a lot of different colors in here. We have our peaches, our pinks, our burgundies, and our bronzes. Colors that you think wouldn't work together really well. But this gunny eucalyptus is adding like a very beautiful, feathery look to it. It's very full of flower. We have a really big rose in here. It's gonna open up beautifully. We have this fluffy pink, ooh, I keep calling it Lisianthus, larkspur in here. We have these burgundy mums that have a beautiful color, and then our purple, long, snapdragons in here that are beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY this week. I know I did. Let me see pictures of what you made this week because I would love to see it. And yeah, it's been a great time. I hope to see you guys next week. Bye.